What's going on, guys? Zennosh here, and today in this video of Exos Heroes, let's talk about the Fate Coritis, the gold Fate Coritis, who has now appeared in this summoning banner in the Exos Heroes. Yes, now you can summon her with a 0.5% probability chance in this Fate Core chance increase recruitment banner. And now the question is, should you be really getting her? Should you be really summoning her? Should you be really recruiting her? And the answer is definitely hell yeah. Yes, I mean, like, she is the first unit right out there who is really going to counter the dragon scale shield right off the bat of the first guardian units, and that's definitely going to give you guys a really great breathing space, like, to defeat those first guardians. Okay, I mean, like, you are really going to have easier time in dealing with the first guardian units against them in the PvP contents. Okay, so there we go, guys. That's what I really have to tell to you. Anyways, let's start talking about her skills, and her skills are the one that's going to decide, like, why she is so unique indeed. What is making her really so special? Why is it so important for you guys to get her in your inventory list? Okay, why you should have her in your team. So first of all, let's talk with her passive skill, because her secrets are locked in this skill right over here, the passive skill. Okay, anyways, first thing is that she's going to cleanse right at the bat. Any kind of debuff is inflicted on the ally, she is definitely going to cleanse them right off the bat. Okay, passively, and that's really good. And on the act, she's going to gain 1 mana right over there. Flop, guys. It says if the caster has removable buff, recovery, positive effects applied, its valid attacks imbues modification for 3 turns. It's just like that Fate Core Degas, or let's say, what was the first unit right over there? Fate Core Scarlet. Yes, that one, that girl right over there. Meaning, like, you will be able to shock, or let's say you will be able to sort of like stun the opponent for 3 turns if you have that removable buff, recovery, or positive effects applied, and you attack the opponent. Okay, and that's gonna be quite super cool if you have to ask me. It's like, alright, not really that bad. Being able to disable the actions of the opponents is quite helpful sometimes. Summer's Blessing right over here, it says special. When the battle starts, grants frost damage immunity 1 time to all allies can't be stacked. I think everybody really knows this effect right over there, meaning, like, any kind of damage incoming from the frost element type of hero unit, like let's say Bat 3, or let's say Anastasia, and so many other frost element type of hero units out there, you will be able to just negate the damage incoming from the frost element type hero units for once. Okay, and when the damage is negated and the frost damage immunity is casted off, then what's going to happen is that a buff is going to be applied. A very super powerful buff is going to be applied, which says increases the target's attack by 50% for 9 turns when the frost damage immunity effect is removed. Wow, that is something insane, guys. Really super cool indeed. You would really want to have it in your team, and this really does help you to gain some really great advantage against your opponents and dealing some amazing damage against your opponents, guys. I mean, like, if you have a AoE damage stocked in your team, definitely you can spam it on the opponents and just make them slip to their death. Okay, especially with the Fate Corera. Yes, there we go, guys. I mean, like, just think about it. Wait Fog, it says remove all barriers the enemy has when the enemy uses barrier once per round, meaning, like, if you somehow hit a first guardian unit, right, and definitely he's going to, or she is going to activate that dragon scale shield, and definitely the barrier is gonna pop up, right? But hey, guys, what's going to happen is that once a barrier is gonna be popped up, passively or actively, okay, actively meaning, like, let's say Chatty, she can actively apply the barriers, or let's say Radley, he can actively apply the barrier, right? And in that case also, she is just going to dispel all the barriers right off the bat, just like that. It's a passive effect. She's not going to attack, but she is going to dispel all the barriers, making the barriers ineffective right away. So definitely that's super cool, because from now onwards the first guardian units are very, very vulnerable. And guess what, guys, on top of that one, if Fate Core Iris is capable, or let's say successful, in removing all those barriers, which she is going to be able to once per round, what's going to happen is that she's gonna inflict a mark. When the enemy barrier is removed by the effect of Wait Fog, the defense of all enemies is decreased by 20% of her maximum health. Not her maximum defense, her maximum health. Just think about it, like, how much her maximum health really might be. I mean, like, if you keep on building her maximum health, just think about it, like, how much defense she can really negate off for the opponent. I mean, like, not only are you going to strap out all those barriers, that dragon skill shield from the opponents, you are also gonna reduce that defense of those opponents by up to 20% of her max health, which can be quite insane if you can really build up on her health. Just think about it. And her Fate Core also really does quite focus on giving her a lot of health, and that can be quite helpful to her already. So, being able to decrease the defense of the opponent by up to 20% of her own max health for 9 turns is insane, if you have to ask me. It's just super duper amazing. And she definitely can team up or pair up really nicely with Fate Core Annie plus Fate Core Rera combination. Yes, I mean, like, when you have Fate Core Rera and then your Fate Core Rera is the one who goes first compared to the opponent and use her ultimate skill right at the bat, her AoE skill, guess what, guys? The dragon skill shield of the opponent will obviously trigger, but also at the same time our Iris is going to dispel all those barriers, and ta-da, the opponent is going to be vulnerable yet again. And guess what, guys? With those 20% decrease in the maximum health, I mean, like, a 20% decrease in that defense of the opponents, that is going to be quite hefty amount, guys. I mean, like, it's going to be really crippling effect indeed for the opponent, and definitely they are going to die really fast with the upcoming attacks from your hero units. And wow, I mean, like, the chance, I mean, like, the probability is just really good that you are going to end up winning the battle. If you have Fate Core Iris, Fate Core Rera, Fate Core Annie, and then, like, Fate Core Rera goes first, and she is the one who is actually going to annihilate the entire opponent team. Just think about it. I mean, like, things are gonna go really nice, guys. And in the opponent team, definitely it would be your first priority to get rid of the Fate Core Iris right off the bat. And now let's talk about her fast skill, the White Origin of Water. Is that it? Okay, so there we go. Looks really cool. That's a really nice skill animation indeed. Oh my. Guess what, guys? It's really amazing. First thing is that, like, she is faster than battery. Yes, you heard me right. That means she will be able to apply this buff on the battery as well before she can apply, or let's say, spam her skill. Okay, she can cast her skill. Fate Core Iris is going to allow or grant that +2 mana to the Fate Core battery or battery right over there, meaning the AoE damage that the battery is going to come up with is going to be insane. Okay, I mean, like, it's going to be really cool indeed, and it only requires 1 mana, and she's a frontline unit indeed. With the Fate Core battery being around, definitely she's going to have that +1 mana all the time. And guess what, guys? With that facility being around, definitely she will have a very good time in casting a fast skill all the freaking time. This mana battery is just too good. So what it says that for everyone removes all status effects from all allies, which is definitely cool. Meaning, like, if let's say you are being provoked by the opponent, like let's say from Loom or any other hero, like let's say any kind of like status effects right over there, you are pretty much going to get rid of it right away. And there's going to be a gain mana situation right over here as well, meaning that targets gain +2 mana right off the bat. I mean, like, it's an overall AoE effect, meaning like everyone in the team is going to get that +2 mana right away. And that's really cool, because with that extra 2 mana, things can be really awesome. Okay, I mean, like, it can be quite table turning stuff. It can really give you some amazing advantage against your opponents, because mana is what makes your team very offensive, or let's say very effective against your opponents. More mana you have, the better your team chemistry really starts to become. So there we go, guys, and this is really good. Having a really good attack speed, definitely she is going to be able to cast it on the main damage dealers, like let's say Fate Core battery or let's say Fate Core Annie. And definitely with that thing being around, she is going to allow them to induce even more higher damage than compared to before. Okay, or let's say will allow them to at least gain to their 5 mana burst damage as soon as possible. Okay, that is going to be quite helpful indeed to improve your overall DPS right out there. Anyways, +2 mana is always a great thing to have around. And now let's move on to the second skill. That's going to be the White Mana Release. It's an active skill. Sadly, it's not a burst damage. It requires 3 mana. It's a single target damage, deals 525% damage to one enemy, just like the Fate Core Anastasia. Yes, I mean, like, the damage can be huge. If you really can build up some really good attack stats on her, she definitely can take care of some squishy units right out there on the opponent team. Like, let's say, like let's say Fate Core Baraka or Baraka maybe, whoever that is. If they are squishy, then yes, Fate Core Iris can be quite helpful in eliminating them, right? And just look into this. It nearly really looks like Fate Core Anastasia, especially right out there as well. I mean, like, she's also really, like making that orb to appear, that glyph, and then from that glyph she is actually dealing some damage, just like Fate Core Anastasia. All right, so there we go, guys. And looking into everything right out here, guys, I mean, like, Fate Core Anastasia is definitely a current meta changer. She is going to be a really great help, especially for your PvP teams, but I really do have severe doubt of her being able to be quite amazing unit in the PvE contents, though. All right, because like in PvP contents you really don't have to counter the first guardian units or being able to nullify the those kind of like barriers or shields of the opponent, unless there is a specific content where you will be required to get rid of the barriers of the opponent. But such kind of content is still not out yet so far in this game. So in the PvE contents, there are not really that good scopes or that areas where Fate Core Iris is going to be really that insane or that amazing. Okay, so that's the overall analysis of our Fate Core Iris. And yes, yet again, guys, if you're asking me, like, should you be really getting Fate Core Iris, I would say definitely hell yeah. And yes, with the succession of this video, I mean, like, after this video, definitely I'm going to pull the Fate Core Iris. I mean, like, come on, I have been really working out to get those 25,800 forces for a very long time, guys. I've been really working hard as a free-to-play player. I mean, like, so many players are out there who are not going to believe that I'm a free-to-play player because of the stats, or let's say the heroes that I've got so far. Oh man, whatever. I got just a little lucky right over there. But anyways, I hope to get lucky today as well to get the Fate Core Iris. Maybe I might get her in the first summon. Okay, who knows, right? So there we go, guys. This is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel. See you guys in the next video.